Feels heavy when the truth is treated like a crime. Living honest in a world that forces you to toe the line. They twist the words, they sell the fear. They keep the masses blind. But deep inside the fire's growing, and it's burning through my mind. To rebellion, and the rebellion calls my name. Sick of the poison, sick of the chains they wrap around our souls. We carry this weight too long. Now we're ready to let it go. We're coming to life, turning the tide in this crusade for truth. We're coming to life.
Never fear, I made it here, okay? I crossed a lot of mountains and a lot of valleys and did a lot of talking and a lot of scuff to make it here today for you chuppies. I am okay. I am here. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It was like hello, Zombie Slayer. Hello, Ace of Spades. Hello, Virtual. I decided to just use the starting screen soon screenshot as my placeholder. Since I'm streaming so much more often now, I feel like I'm just going to have to use that instead of like having a new thumbnail for every video, because that's a lot to hunt down. Yeah, I don't know. Rumble was really being a pain in the butt, but looks like we got this up. I had to use my old encoder, so hopefully that doesn't mess anything up. And it's tough for a teacher out here streaming, literally. Scuffatrix is back at it again, huh? Yes, I am. Let's see if I can take a shit quicker than Ben can fix her scuff. You're welcome. You better rush. I fixed it quick. Rumble really throwing a wrench in the works, hoping to get it all back online for my stream tomorrow. Yeah, I went to log into Rumble Studio and the browser like wouldn't load, and then my other browser looked like it was loading, but then that didn't load either. And then I checked my email and they were like, sorry, there's an outage, and that was 2 hours ago or something like that. I don't know. I probably should share this stream, right? I'm not doing anything that I usually do today. We're just having a half-butt stream, but that's okay. It's going to be a great day. Oh my gosh, why aren't I logged in? What the fuck? That's okay. I can do it here. Yeah, it's going to be a great day. There's a few videos that just came out that I actually want to watch on stream. I don't know if we're going to make it to Destiny. To be honest, it's been a long week already, and it's only Wednesday, so we're just going to have a chill and relaxed and minorly outraged while we learn about the absolute clown world state of our country. Okay, everyone? Live now. Because Rumble Studio is broken. Okay, let me just tweet this out in case any person wants to come and join our stream. Hopefully this works. Hopefully this link works. Does somebody want to test the link in my X post that I just posted? I don't know if that's gonna work. Who even knows what's going on today? Ben, why do you have electricity? We don't do that in Germany. What do you mean? Why is my tweet not tweeting? Oh, it's working. Okay. Praise Jesus. All is okay. We're back to our roots when I used to just stream on YouTube. Just talking to myself and a few other people and not having any other platforms set up. But now we're here. Now we're so official. And hopefully when I try to switch it back to Rumble, it doesn't break. Yeah. So, anyhow, how's everybody's Wednesday going? Let's pull up our tabs. And does my stream title still say what it's supposed to say? Yes, it does. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay. For some reason, I never have like sound when I'm listening to you guys, right? Because it's just silent, but it feels like extra silent today. Like, what is up with that? Okay, let me switch to this and do my thing. I have a couple X posts, or maybe just one X post, 2 X posts, and then I also have 2 videos. I don't know if we're gonna get through them, but hopefully we will. We'll get through as much as we can, and it'll be a great time. I also got into an argument with Grok while I was driving home from work about seed oils, so I may be sharing that conversation today. If not today, I'll share it on another stream, okay? It's nice talking to you, Venna. It's nice talking to you, Purple Guy, and all the purple people, because we are a purple-themed stream, okay? All right, so I saw this morning, and I thought it was a funny meme, but also there's something deeper going on here from Basil the Great. I need to move myself over here. So, apparently, to the surprise of no one, this is why we don't want our country going this direction, posting this meme, which is a very funny meme, by the way, in the UK is now illegal. Here's the meme. Fun facts about bacon. People who eat bacon have a lower chance of marrying a 9-year-old. But I thought that was very clever, actually. But yes, apparently this Stephen Gray, a 65-year-old man from Durham, UK, has just been found guilty in a court of law for posting this online. You can literally insult any religion in the UK except one. Is the UK an Islamic state now? Probably. Likely. Seems like it. Purple theme stream, not even on Twitch, shaking my head. Watch it, Essence. I can't multi-stream without Rumble, okay? And you're gonna make me risk losing any stream at all if I try to add Twitch to this, because I actually have to have, like, you can't just like click off whatever you want. It uses too much kilobytes per second, and then the whole thing goes to crap. So unfortunately, hopefully Rumble Studio is up tomorrow. Hopefully Rumble Studio is up by Friday, since we're doing the Pal World stream. Yeah, I'm sorry that you can't clip on YouTube. My bad. Sorry, it's not my fault. Call Rumble. Tell them to get their shit together. They're great. This is like the one time that there's been a tech problem with Rumble, but pretty frustrating. That's okay. So that's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, look, it's your own. We know him. He's a follower here on the channel. Okay. Anyhow, the next video kind of ties into this. So we had talked about a little bit about this a few weeks ago when we were kind of covering the woke Reich Nazi push on the right. And to no surprise of anybody, it looks like the Nazis are teaming up with the communists, with the lefties now, because they would rather fight them first. They would rather fight the reasonable right first and team up with the communists, because they just hate Israel and the Jews so much, and then they'll worry about taking them down later, I suppose, if that even happens. Thank you for becoming a member for 1 month, Dragon Lord. Thank you so much for that. I super appreciate that. So in Dearborn, Michigan, Muslims and neo-Nazis join forces, and we're going to watch this video, and chant together, "Free Palestine, Heil Hitler." Okay, modern Nazis have completely lost the plot. They hate Jews so much that they're willing to align with Muslims who openly want to destroy America. Okay, let's take a listen to this video.
This is a sign to get whites to support the war in Iran. We're not buying it. Whites and Arabs in one struggle against the Jew. Free Palestine, Heil Hitler.
Who could have thunk it?
Free Palestine, Heil Hitler!
Groypers, yeah. Who would have imagined? I'm not surprised in the slightest, to be honest.
Hail Hezbollah! Hail the Houthis! Hail Iran! Down with Israel! Free Palestine! Hail Hitler! Hail Hitler!
There you have it, people. Insert I'm shocked, but not that shocked meme. Didn't they ally in the 30s and 40s as well? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did.
PSS after World War II, many of the West Arab nations.
Who could have guessed they were the same side? Seems like there's a reason why we don't see these people talking about the Islamic problem online, and they have one focus, and one focus only.
To fight the Zionists. They realized Zionism was where Jewish power was moving to, and they fought against it. Jake Lang is a Jew! 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 God bless Iran! God bless Ayatollahs! God bless IRGC! These Jews want to take over America! Fuck Israel!
And then, like, you have to think about this in light of the rape gangs in the UK. Like, what an absolute affront! What an absolute insult that you would ever ally with anything Islamic.
Fuck Israel!
That's disgusting.
Fuck Israel!
Let's go, brother! Let's go, baby!
God bless Iran!
Adolf Hitler brought in Muslim workers from Turkey during World War II and had Muslim volunteer units in his army.
God bless Iran!
Mean to them. They could go there, Palestinians get their land back, the Middle East could be peaceful. Hey, guess what? Nazis,
They would have killed you. No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. No, they killed me. No, I'm not cooking out there in fucking country.
No.
I'm from Iraq.
No, we don't want to do anything heinous to anyone.
These guys making us look bad saying that what? We fucking hate Jews. We don't hate Jews. I hate Zionists.
They're damn near the same thing. They don't lie. It's in their Torah. It's in their Torah.
He literally just said they're damn near the same thing. I'm pretty sure is what didn't he literally just say that? And just saying, like, I saw a little bit of the riff back and forth or whatever you would call it between Alex Jones and Jeremy from the Quartering. I think I posted about it in the Discord. And, like, there's this hiding behind, like, blaming on Israel, but then saying, like, I didn't say it was the Jews. I didn't say it was the Jews. And, like, I do think that there's some people that legitimately, like, just don't like the state of Israel who wouldn't say, like, it's all Jews or be attacking them. But we have to be kind of savvy to the fact that a lot of people are doing that so that they can hide behind that, right? It's a way of saying, like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just memeing. I don't know what you're saying, when, like, every part of what they're implying is that it's, like, a genetic thing. So, just saying.
They could go there, Palestinians get their land back.
Pretty sure Jake Lang hates Israel and on their side. Why do they hate him? I have no idea. I was listening to some guys and they said if you look into a lot of the Islamic terrorist groups that existed during the Cold War, you would see that they were all fans of the big H. Yes. And I use my voice today, guys. I'm trying to, like, not lose it. So if it sounds a little bit weaker or a little bit more chill or a little bit different, that's why. But we're still doing this live.
The Middle East could be peaceful.
He said we're talking about the Zionists.
Hey, guess what? Nazis,
They would have killed you. No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. No, they killed me. I'm not cooking out there in fucking country.
No.
I'm from Iraq.
We don't want to do anything heinous to anyone.
These guys
We don't want to do anything heinous to anybody while he literally says, like, Heil Hitler.
make us look bad saying that what? We fucking hate Jews. We don't hate Jews. I hate Zionists.
They're damn near the same thing.
They're damn near the same thing. I didn't hear what the other guy
It's in
said.
their Torah. It's in their Torah. Right now, if you want to sin,
You will not defeat Zionism until you defeat Jewish power.
Whoa!
There There you
Jewish
go.
power
There you
is
go.
why Zionism exists. If you don't like Zionism, you must defeat Jews.
Whoa!
And then these are the same people that will say the Jews are the ones that are making the countries Islamified. Like, is this not crumpling in on itself?
It's $100 ticket.
The heck?
No, why not? Why not?
خلاص خلاص ما تعمل عارف فين اسرائيل
I understand.
عارف فين اسرائيل
ما تعمل it. احنا متعاطفين.
I'm from Iraq, says like that's better. Yeah, so anyways, I just thought that was a kind of timely. And then we're gonna skip to, so there's two videos. They literally just came out today. I got home from work and I was sitting in my car and I was like, like what should I put on stream today? And then since we followed the Cam Higbee, James O'Keefe investigation in Minnesota with the burqas to find out that you don't need an ID to vote and you can just steal people's names and vouch for up to 8 other people. And then I've seen more come out from that. I think it was from Cam Higbee tweeting that like community activists look for people that are turned down by the polls. I think that's what this is going to get into. But so he interviewed a Minnesota judge. This is a 40-minute video, but I just thought it was really timely given that we literally just watched that video, and I'm super invested in this whole Minnesota thing. So and all of our fake elections, let's be honest. But I figured it'd be interesting to take a look at this, and if we have time, there's a what's it called? A Nick Shirley video. Yeah, okay. Let's watch and see how it is, and then you know, if we need to skip, we'll skip ahead, but I think it should be interesting.
States that whenever you're handling what's called a live ballot, you need 2 judges from 2 different major parties. I got fired from when I expressed concerns. Minnesota Voter Alliance sued the Hennepin County, Minneapolis. They won in court that there wasn't party balance, that they were counting and they were using office staff counting and handling all these ballots without party balance. So my intuition on that was correct. Then in 2024, they did it again with the first 100-some thousand ballots. No party balance. There's no ID check. And in fact, it is reinforced at training. You are not allowed to ask for an ID.
It's just crazy to me that we live in a time where things are so upside down that we have to argue basic facts of reality. Like, I can put up with arguing deeper understandings of the way things work, you know, like what is the meaning of life? Like, why are we here? What's ideologically best, right? Like, oh, okay, we're just here by accident, and what's ideologically best is that we're like as nice to each other as possible. Like, I don't subscribe to that ideology, but I understand why people do. I understand why people like are weak, and I understand why they, you know, want us to go soft on things and want to believe in like a blank slate theory. Like, I think it's dumb. Like, I don't think it's founded on a good footing. I think if you live your life at all or have any life experiences, you come to realize really quickly that that kind of just all falls apart. But like debating those things, like that's one thing, right? The leftists can almost never even debate those things in good faith either without insulting you. And that's one thing. But then like debating that you need an identification form to identify yourself so that there's only one of you in a vote because in every vote there's only one of you. Like, I don't like my students understand that they can't raise their hand twice to vote for the party type. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand what we're debating there when children can literally understand, like, oh, you can't vote for all the party types. You need to pick one. We actually don't have ranked choice voting right now. That's a whole nother discussion. But you get what I'm saying? Like, you can't count as 2 votes because there's one of you casting your opinion for something. Like, I don't understand how we're at the stage where that is what we are debating. You get what I mean? Like, that in itself is jarring.
What happens if you do?
There'll be other judges around you will, you know,
hello, Natsume Ainami.
reprimand you. There'll be reprimands.
When somebody comes in and they just provide their name and address, there's really no way to ensure that they're actually the person who they're claiming to be, right?
Nope. And so morally, as an election judge, I really have problems with that because I feel like I'm supposed to be ensuring a proper election, and I just feel like I can't.
Hello, everybody, and
Literally
welcome back. We have another very special episode for you today. I am joined by another Minnesota head election judge, former head election judge. She's currently a judge. She moved, so she only does it kind of part-time now. She's still a judge, used to be a head judge in Minneapolis. So she also sent me over the handbook, the training guide for election judges. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, comment what you thought, and check out my Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo in the description below, as well as my Amazon wish list if you'd like to help elevate my content. Let's get into it.
I noticed when I would go in to vote that there were very, very old people working the election. And it troubled me that, you know, they couldn't necessarily see really well or hear very well. And I thought, well, I've got a flexible work schedule, so I could go ahead and sign up as a younger person to help with it. So that's kind of was my motivation. And I just have a firm belief that proper elections and...
Hold on. I just want to double check something. There was another video where he interviewed an old guy as well. I don't know when that was. I thought it was recently. Election judge said he would have been... Oh, interesting. Election judge says he would have been punished for stopping fraud. And this is one from today. Election judge exposes how Democrats cheat in elections. Okay, this one is a bit long, but I feel like that's juicy. So if we have to skip ahead, we'll skip ahead. And then I will put the link for the full Cam Higby video. If you haven't watched him, go check him out. This is really important work that our journalists should be doing, but we don't have real journalists at news outlets. So we have our real journalists on the ground, our actual investigative journalists on YouTube, because the news outlets don't do their job.
Rule of law, this was way back in 2009, are essential to a good society. And I thought, well, I can help with elections and try to, you know, play my part in that. So I started in 2010 and I was a regular judge, and it was by 2012, they elevated me to a head judge. I had enough organizational skills, management.
I'm going to try to skip ahead to the juicy part a little bit.
Skills. There's so many down. You need 2 judges from a heads up on the logistics if it's a complicated entrance to get to. The package I pick up is the keys to the scanner so that I can open up the scanner. There is more specific documentation that the head judge has to fill out that I have. Once I get there, then I supervise all the different assignments, assign everybody, anybody coming in that records the number of votes for everybody and blah, blah, blah. All the very important, the keys, all of this stuff, we have to drive to the headquarters or wherever they've assigned us to drop all this off. We have to wait.
So she's in charge of that.
When it's our turn, we turn everything in. They go through our stuff to make sure we brought everything correct precinct. So supply their address. Okay, look on the map. You're in the right precinct. Okay, so then if they aren't, then the greeter judge will go to the poll book station, and then they find out the address, put it in, okay, what precinct, and then direct them to the correct precinct. Mm-hmm. If they're in the correct precinct for where they're at, then they get ushered over to the ballot judge table. All they have to do is say their name and address. And because of the poll books, we used to do it by paper, where everybody's names, registered voters, were listed in a notebook in a 3-ring binder, and then we'd look that up. Okay. Now they have the electronic poll books, which I don't know if I'm really.
Journalism is largely a Journalism is largely a nepo baby, fail-safe job for rich kids who can't make it on Wall Street. Then you don't understand. Black voters are suppressed because they have to drive half an hour to the polling station, but also they don't have an ID to vote. Yeah, apparently. Apparently they aren't responsible enough to have an ID. It's pretty ridiculous. Okay, let me know if the stream is being weird. It says it's good, but it gave me a warning for some reason.
It's easy for us as a judge, but I worry about it has to be hooked up to Wi-Fi. You go over to the poll book table and you say your name and you say your address, and they turn the poll book around. They look at it and say, yes, that's me. And then they print out a little piece of paper to verify you as the voter.
But you don't
And
show your
I think
ID?
that's the registered. You sign it, and they give you a little piece of paper that you then take over to another the ballot judge, who then gives you a ballot.
And there's
So
no
you don't
ID
have
check.
to show there's no ID
No
check,
ID.
and in fact,
Why do we even have IDs? If it's not like, this is just so ridiculous. This is like you get pulled over by a cop. Imagine if everything else functioned this way. You get pulled over by a cop and you're like, you make up a name. They're like, oh, okay. Like, we look up that person's license and it looks like it's in good standing. And they're like, oh, okay, I guess you're that person because you said you were. Bye, have a nice day. And they never have to ask for your ID, which, by the way, a lot of these people that are against voter ID seem to have that attitude when they get pulled over, like like in police chases or in those videos where they just happen to never travel with their ID for some reason. They just think they're entitled to that.
it is reinforced at training. You are not allowed to ask for an ID. I mean, it is emphasized at the training. You
That's
are not allowed to
crazy.
ask for ID.
What
Now,
happens if you
there'll
do?
be, other judges around you will, reprimand you. There'll be reprimands.
Wow.
You will be reminded that you cannot be asking people for IDs. What I do, I have people that really truly don't know that they don't have to produce an ID that produce an ID anyway. These are voters. And there are
Because
voters
like
that can
any
tell from
reasonable
their,
person would do that.
my reading of their body language is they don't like it and they want to produce an ID no matter what. And
Yeah,
so they
because
do
it's
produce
messed
it.
up. It makes no sense.
And then we're supposed to tell them, according to training, you do not have to produce an ID. I can't take.
Like, we're in an age of our society where identifying yourself or not to cast a vote for a public election is a matter of ideology. Do you know how past the pale, like how far past the pale that is?
Your ID. We're not to take IDs.
Wow.
You're not to show us an ID. Now, what I do is I worked in a precinct that was not air conditioned, so we had these very
This
loud
is just the
fans.
most corrupt thing ever.
I always had trouble hearing people with the loud fans going on and all the other talking, and it would reverberate through the gym. And frankly, looking at an ID really helped me because sometimes the spelling of their last names can be tricky, or what they're saying I can't quite hear. So
It's well
whenever
beyond
people
civil
showed me
discourse,
an
yeah.
ID, I would take the ID and I said, you don't have to show this to me, but I really appreciate looking at the ID to verify the spelling of your name.
Yeah.
And I would take it and look at it. And
a question I have is like when they go and they do these investigations where they pretend to be people, where they pretend to be voters, I'm wondering where they get the voter names from. Like, is that a matter of public record? Like if Cam Higbee, or like the other day when James O'Keefe went and took that William, whatever his name was name, like where did he get that name from? Is that just public record? Like anybody can just go and get somebody's name from the voter record, from the registered voters list, and just go use it? That's where we're at? That's public? Liberals are like helicopter parents who see their children as a golden ticket. Yeah, I mean, this is not a fault. This is a design. And here's also the thing is liberals will act like, oh, it's because of the downtrodden and the underdog immigrant classes. I don't know why I'm saying that in British, but like that's how they act. Like if there's an underdog, like it's their horse in the race. So they always act like that, like it's for some great moral charge. And then that's not actually what it is. Like that's the hidden answer. You know what I'm saying? Or that's the public answer. Obviously the reason is so they can get more people from the demographics that are likely to vote in their party, because they literally think Republicans or anybody that goes to church or is pro-life or doesn't want their, kids to have two moms or two dads or men to breastfeed is like the spawn of Satan, Hitler incarnated. So just saying, like, it's not like, oh, these down and down bad and downtrodden poor people, these black and brown people who just can't possibly be held responsible for their IDs because institutional racism and whatever the fuck else they make up. Like these poor children, people of our society. Like, that is not the actual reason. You guys just want your side to win, and this is a good way to get those votes. Hello, Bupela. Hope you're doing well as well. Banana Republic. Nick Shirley showed examples in CA. So did James O'Keefe and Cam Higby with the homeless registering. Yeah, but I want to know, like, where do they get those lists from? Like, can I just go online and just look up who's registered to vote, like, in my area or in a certain precinct, and then be like, oh, I want to be Deborah Watson, and I'm going to go pretend that I'm Deborah Watson and go vote for her? Like, is that the idea? Meow. Hello, Imagine Gyarados. Yeah, I'm all about padding the votes.
Make sure I could see everything.
And then when it's not, they just rig the voting machines, right? Well, what are those voting machines called again? The ones that are like not secure at all that they can just get into? I forget the name of them. Dominion voting?
Anyway, that's how I always handled it, but they are very clear in training. You are not to ask for ID
Wild.
ever.
Wow. And disgusting.
And so when somebody comes in and they just provide their name and address, there's really no way to ensure that they're actually the person who they're claiming to be, right?
Nope. And
freedom.
So morally,
that's what the left thinks. Freedom.
As an election judge, I really have problems with that because I feel like I'm supposed to be ensuring a proper election, and I just feel like I can't.
They were a Republican bought Dominion Corporation. Good.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
So really anyone could just, like, if I know my neighbor's not planning on voting,
right?
Well, I've got his name, I've got
you
his
can
address,
just be like, okay, well, I guess you're voting my way.
Well,
exactly. Or if you looked up in an obituary, another scenario.
Oh, an obituary.
Is people could look up in a recent obituary, for instance, see that someone had passed away, figure out their address, go to that precinct.
Yep.
And because you can go on the website and find out what precinct you're in and blah, blah, blah from the addresses.
Right.
And they'd still be on the
rolls. Then you could come in and you could claim that person. Now, when my sister and my mother passed away in 2020, I was very adamant that we called the state and the elections and reported their deaths so that because that's how concerned.
And then you might think, like, what individual wants to do that in their free time? But, like, okay, well, we saw what happened in California with these organizations, these, like, subcontracted companies who, like, obviously route back to the Democratic side, and these groups that make it their business to get people to do this. Like, this is not like, oh, your weird neighbor just decided they want to vote for somebody else. Like, there's a whole industry here of exploiting this, and it's hard to even say exploiting it because it's here on purpose. It's not a flaw.
I was
yeah
that somebody could come with their names and their address and claim
jobless
to be them
people.
And vote
Yeah,
in
that's
their
right.
stead. And then I did look it up later, and they were listed. The death was there. So,
but if you didn't call, maybe they still would have been in the system.
Exactly.
Probably, they probably would have been.
Wow.
Especially if they died later in that year, closer. That's where you're going to be, like maybe in the last 3 to 6 months.
Wow.
They may not be in the system. That's my thinking. I don't know if people do that, but that's my thinking that could be done.
Yeah. What if you
There's no way for me to know.
What if you know?
Guys, I just realized I was like missing chats because I had it on top chat instead of live chat. So sorry if I missed your chat. I probably didn't see it because I was like, why are some coming up on the screen? Then you don't understand. Freedom is when the government gives you prep for your gay orgies, but you have to get 5 inspectors to approve painting your fence, literally, or having a pool. They were getting paid quite well in the Cam Higby and James O'Keefe homeless registration videos. Yeah, I remember that.
No,
but I want to know, like, the organization that gets those lists. Like, where are those lists coming from?
Judge, or you have a very strong suspicion that the person identifying themselves as a person is not actually that person. Like, let's say I walk in and it's me, and I'm saying this is my name, and you're like, this is Cam, this is not. What are you able to? Are you able to do anything?
There's not a lot we can do. We can try to challenge it, but there's not a lot we can do. We can call the election headquarters, but there are so many caveats and so many opportunities for voters to vote that I don't feel like, and for me, I worked in a different precinct, so I didn't know the neighbors. I didn't know the people. there's no way for me to
And
even
like this is also like very discouraging to vote, like obviously, because there's all of these different influences. It makes you just feel like, well, why even bother? It's gonna be rigged anyways.
even suspect or know that somebody wasn't
Right.
who they are claiming to be.
That
Like if
is-
I were working in
You know what else is like another manipulation? How states like will list candidates that they don't want like further back, like information in like the information books. Like if an election is coming up and you get an information book that has the candidates, so they'll just like put candidates that aren't of the political persuasion that the state wants or that the locality wants, like further back in the book to like not make people see them, or how they purposely write those, like, what are they called when you vote on them, referendums, or like when issues come up and you have to vote on them. I think it's at the state election, not the county level, and they'll purposely write them in the most confusing way so that people like vote in the way that is desired by the political machine, but not by, if you actually understood what it was saying, you'd be like, oh my gosh, I wanted to vote in the complete opposite way. Like, that's not plain English.
a small town, and I grew up in the small town, and I knew everybody, I would have.
We came out in sufficient numbers to elect Trump. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't vote or that it doesn't matter, because I do think all these things, I think there's all of these forms of cheating, and I think there's all this manipulation, but I do still think there's like an ability to overwhelm with numbers. But yeah, this is why democracy cooked, exactly.
More of a chance of that. But in the cities, there was no way, because I often thought of that. I thought there's no way for me to know.
How about vouching? Did you have to deal with that a lot?
Oh yeah.
The vouching
People
is
think
just,
that's rare.
I don't, it's
looked
like a
on
joke.
comments on this. Gateway Pundit had an article this morning I saw, and some commentators, that's got to be rare. No, it's not rare.
How often
People
does it
vouch
happen?
all the time.
Wow. All the time.
In a morning section, you could probably have 5 or 6 vouchers.
Wow.
And
Wow.
that was in an area that was I was not in by the University of Minnesota. That's where you would probably
I wonder
have
how
a
many
lot of
states
vouchers,
have
where
that.
you have a lot more immigrants.
Yeah.
Of
I
course.
was in a neighborhood that wasn't immigrant based, is where they put me, and long time residents. But you still had vouching. Some of the common scenarios were a parent vouching for their college student. And at the time when we didn't have,
like, why can't you just register to vote the right way? I mean, we know why, because they're trying to fucking cheat, but like, this doesn't need to be a thing. If you're that fucking retarded that you can't figure out how to register to vote, we don't need somebody like holding your hand and saying, oh no, they're actually good. Like, oh no, they're actually not good. They literally can't even figure out how to vote. Maybe they don't deserve this.
have the poll books, and we only had the paper stuff. I would think to myself, well, this person could have gone to, if they were at a college in the cities or in Minnesota somewhere, they could have gone and voted in their college area, and they could come here, and there would be no way I would know that they voted twice.
True, that's true.
Right.
That would be a thought of mine. Now, I don't know if they catch that.
I want to hear more about how the Democrats cheat in elections. Like, I wonder if she's going to get into any bigger scale things here.
Poll books.
I mean, obviously, this is Democrats cheating to begin with, but I would like to know if there's, like, similar to what we saw with the videos of the homeless people voting, like, okay, now tell us about the big hands behind the scene. I don't know if she's going to get into that, but I would like to know that.
I don't know how much real time they're updating, if a person could get away with that scenario, but that certainly was a scenario. And I can't say if anybody did that, but there was no way for me to know that as a judge.
What
The left basically handing over territory just to win elections. Yeah, I mean, don't even get me started. It is literally the most inward turned, out of touch with reality ideology to think like, we don't need to have borders. We don't need to have a country. There's no differences between people. We don't need to have elections, but we still need to have elections. But we don't need to have elections. Like that. That is basically their ideology summed up.
What would be required to vouch? I walk in, I'm pre-registered, and I have 8 people in burqas. What's required?
So the only requirement, and I sent.
It looks like Rumble Studio might be fixed. I'm wondering if I should switch to that or not. Okay, we'll listen for a few more minutes. but it's looking like it's switched. Or not switched, like it's working now. Should we do a poll? Might as well. Start a poll. Switch to Rumble Studio multi-stream and risk scuff, or keep going, Ven. YouTube ain't so bad. Okay. That's it. That's okay. This is funny. Wait, why isn't it letting me do it? Okay, I did it. I don't want to add another option. Why can't I start the poll? The fuck? Must contain. What are you doing? It's already being dumb. This doesn't make any sense. Why can't I start my poll, you hacker? That's dumb. Start a poll. Oh. Should we switch to Rumble Studio? Yes or no? It wouldn't let me give better answers. I guess it was too long. Anyhow, yeah, I don't know. We'll listen for a few more minutes. I'm afraid of like losing it, but I do think I could just switch back to the Rumble stream thing. Who even knows?
Sent you by email the manual.
Don't be voting twice. I'm checking ID, okay? You better not be vouching for other Discord members. You vote once for yourself as an American citizen. You don't be pulling somebody else's name from the voter polls. You don't be bringing your whole immigrant family.
The PDF manual for 2026. And they make new manuals every year, so I wind up throwing them out. And on page 23, you can see the vouching that there's, or 22 or 23, because I looked it up just now. The only requirement is that the person doing the vouching is a registered voter in that precinct.
And there's no, and that person doesn't need to provide ID either because they're pre-registered.
Right. Now, if they registered, because there's a whole nother issue of same-day registration we can get into. But a person can come in, and they have to provide ID and proof of...
Isn't the streams already scuffed a little bit? Sanctuary cities concentrate illegals in blue states to give them extra house seats from the census. They get about 20 seats from this. Yeah, I'm sure they do. What could go wrong? Literally everything. We could probably lose the stream. JFK's dad would run with a guy with the same name as his son's opponent. With the same name as his son's opponent in some areas to help steal the election? Really? That's crazy. What about virtual? Wait, what about virtual? Zev is Jewish, so he gets 2 votes due to power imbalance. It was promised 3,000 years ago that he could. I'm not an American citizen, but I still voted. Democracy has failed. Wait, Kage, I thought you were an American citizen. I'm so confused. My lore was confused.
Address. That they're in that precinct, then they can register that same day.
Right.
So a person can come in, and so we can get, that's another separate issue we can talk about that same day.
I'm giving it 2 more minutes. Cast your votes, people. This better not be rigged.
Registration, but just to stay with the ballot.
Isn't Kage Canadian? I don't know. I just, we adopted him into America, and I assumed that he was American.
So if that person comes in, registers, they qualify, they do have to provide an ID, and they only need one ID if their driver's license has their correct address in that precinct.
The vouchees need ID or the voucher needs ID?
The voucher. The person doing the voucher.
Wait, the voucher does need ID? Because I thought that they tried to do that and they said they didn't need ID.
No, not for vouching.
Oh.
I'm going to
for
get
same
into
day registration.
For same day registration, they need an ID, but for vouching, they don't.
Day registration. So they have to
I can't believe Kage crossed the border illegally to vote.
provide an ID to register that same day.
It's a conspiracy.
Okay? There's 2 ways to do it. One is you can have a driver's license with your name and your address that proves you live in that precinct. That's all we need. Second, if you just move there, the driver's license has your photo and the photo ID and your name, but wrong address. You can prove that you live there by having a recent bill. gas.
Oh, you know what else we should look into? I heard something about how messed up the organ donation system is. I'm very sussy of that. And how there's lots of perverse incentives, and also it's really hard to get your organ donation status taken off of your license. Like, I think some places, if you get it taken off of the license, it's still not actually taken off because they want your blood. They want to suck your blood. We should definitely deep dive into that too. I was just reminded. Remember, Ben, vote early, vote often. Alberta will be the 51st state.
Water bill,
Right.
whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna end the poll. You guys said no, we do not trust Venatrix Wolf to be able to switch to Rumble without hacking up the whole stream. So we'll play it safe and stay here. I think that's what you all were thinking. You're probably right. Okay, we'll just end it. Can I end it? I ended it. Okay, fine. We'll Rumble on
now
Friday.
They can register. Okay. Now they're
That's why I never signed up for organ donation.
registered voter. So they can then turn around in 5 minutes and vouch for somebody.
Or 8 somebodies.
Or 8 somebody.
Or 8 somebodies.
And if you, yes, they can register that
Recount, voter fraud.
And then vouch for up to 8 people. Now, in my area.
Could you just okay, let's just this is what I'm thinking about too. Can you just imagine ever being a United States citizen that has no malicious intentions that wants to do that? I can't even imagine being somebody who's yes, today I'm going to go to the polls and I'm going to vouch for 8 other people. Why? I don't know why they can't find their own ID and their own registration to vote, but this is a cool thing and it's America. So who even thinks to do that? That's the weirdest fucking thing I've ever heard of.
I never saw vouching for multiple people, but I know that happened in other areas of the cities. I have family members that live in other areas of cities and they witnessed it.
And
happening.
Yeah, Venatrix clip that one real good.
The vouchees, the people who are being vouched for.
I feel like we need to make it into a fast dancing song. I don't know.
ID is the vouch, right? They don't actually need to show ID either.
Right.
Wow. So.
Yeah. Wow.
So hypothetically, if I'm already or I have the name of somebody who's already pre-registered, let's say it's my neighbor, and you have no way of proving that I'm not that person. You don't know me, you don't know them, you have no way of proving that I'm not that person. I could walk in with a random person's name and address as long as they're pre-registered in that precinct. Say I'm that person, never give you an ID, cast a ballot, and then
you know why these people don't work? Because all they do is collect their welfare and run their scam daycares and old people homes and scan through the obituaries and figure out people who already died that they can take the names of and then they can vouch for their whole immigrant family. And that's it. That's their full day of work, everyone.
Vouch for 8 people who also don't have ID.
Yep.
Wow.
With as the chorus. I don't know why I can do that so well. It's kind of it's like a talent show. It's like a weird ass talent show trick.
Yep. I mean, if you look at
a great country
email,
for the unemployed.
I'm just going to go to 22. I'm going to the manual. Registered voter in the same precinct who can vouch. They can vouch up to 8 voters. That's all it says. It doesn't give any caveats. Nothing. Wow. It just says.
But how dare you try to build a tiny house?
The proofs of residence: ID with current name and address, photo ID plus document. That's what I told you, right? Mm-hmm. Approved residence documents. They'll give you what's approved, what documents are approved. 3, the other way you can vote is you're a registered voter in the same precinct who can vouch for up to 8 persons personally known in the precinct.
Doesn't the left also want children to vote? I'm pretty sure they do. Don't they take I feel like I've seen that before. That they want to lower the voting age. I could be making that up, but I swear I've seen that. Yeah, they want to lower the age. They literally can't win, so they have to scam everything. They have to manipulate everything in order to get their way.
The fourth way is an
Because they're
ID
bitter
and a
little
college
children.
housing list, if provided by a Minnesota post-secondary institution. So that gives the address.
Wait, guys, do you not do a category? I feel like, do I not do a category on YouTube? It feels like I should be doing a category, but I'm not. Okay, whatever, it's fine. Ignore me.
Valid registration in the same precinct, notice of late, a staff, but here's another caveat. You may or may not know this with the vouching. A staff person in a residential facility can vote for unlimited number of people. Okay, so you know that.
Yeah, so
So
the
then-
person who works, all you have to do is, you don't have to be the owner or manager of the building, right? As long as you work in the building, you can vouch
As
for
long as you
unlimited.
work
The
in there,
fuck?
you have a tag on that says you're a staff person there, they can, yeah.
How is that proven? Do they have to prove that they work in the building?
Probably not.
I'm trying to remember if they had to prove, because I didn't get many of that.
Right. Maybe it says
I
in the
didn't get
handbook.
many of that, but I don't remember that they had to really prove it, other than that, they just showed their name tag or something that had
Wow.
There wasn't much proof.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Lower it to
It's crazy.
16.
But don't quote me on
That's
that,
ripe
because I
for
didn't have
manipulation.
that particular
Right.
thing happen very often.
Right.
I would think they'd have to have some kind of proof, and so
Starmer lowered it to 16 while also trying to ban them from social media. Are you serious? That's fucking crazy. Ace of Spades, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, Mr. Moneybags, like I think we said last time. Thank you so much. That's so generous. My memberships are gonna be over 9,000. Thank you.
I'm gonna just go with it. That's probably, they had to have some letter or some notice from the facility that they actually work there.
And then they can vouch for unlimited people.
Crazy.
Yes, and they can
That's
vouch for
fucking
unlimited
wild.
people.
So when I cast that ballot, is it a real ballot or a provisional ballot? And when the vouchers cast a ballot, is it a provisional ballot or is it a real ballot?
It's a real ballot. It's a real ballot. You go to the ballot judge, you give them your ticket, and then they give you a ballot. So when you...
Oh, also, by the way, I feel like that's supposed to have a notification, but I got hacked with my Rumble and clearing out my cookies. So sorry, I'll just be notifying myself today.
So in order to get a ballot, you have to give them that little ticket. So that ticket comes from 2 places. One, it comes from the registration table from the pre-registered voters, or it comes from the table from the registration judge, where they register you on that same day. So they go through all your IDs, register you, put you in the system, and once that's all complete, you get the ticket, and then you take that ticket over to the ballot judge. You hand them the ticket, and then the ballot judge takes the ticket and gives you a ballot. You go over, you fill your ballot out, and then you go over to the scanner and you insert it in the scanner, and the scanner scans it, and it notes it scans it and counts that. If there's something wrong with it, the scanner will spit it out, and it'll tell you kind of generally where the problem is. Okay,
I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit, because this is super useful information, but I know it's kind of long.
To the scanner, so that's together.
And I feel like we're kind of getting like the same idea here of what's going on. Let's see if we can find something else a little more juicy.
Around 8:30 or whatever, whenever we have it that day.
Think of that's kind of going on that you don't approve of, things like the ID or things related to the lack of ID or the vouching or anything like that?
Yeah, the third one I don't like is same day registration.
Yeah, that's obviously sketchy.
What's your issue with
on
same
the
day?
surface it looks all good, but this is, and maybe, do you know how that delay? So about in December, I think that Tom Emmer got us together and was thanking us for helping to recount, and noted that on the same day registration, they send out these postcards to confirm the registration, confirm that now you're a registered voter.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands of them came back.
Wow.
And I don't know how to follow up on that kind of stuff, but that
What
really,
does that even mean, though?
I don't know what to make of that, and being correct that thousands of these things came back. Something that wasn't right
Yeah.
because of all this coming back. It's back,
That is very interesting.
and I wouldn't respond. I went to the room and be on site because not much time to vote.
Mhm.
At the time, I always assumed. So I said, do you think we're cheating at the precincts? I said, no, I don't think there's a lot of cheating at the precincts. I think you run a fairly tight ship, with the paperwork and everything. I mean, I didn't get into that. I'm not, because that's a state thing with the vouchers and same day and all of that. I don't have a problem at the precinct in terms of how you're running it there. I'm concerned about the mail-in. Oh, well, that's a different election board.
Okay.
So we talked about that. So partly what I was doing was just to like back off a little bit so I could keep working the elections.
Yeah, I mean, because if you're like involved in that and you try pushing back on it, but it's also like there's so many layers of bureaucratic corruption here.
So in the training, they emphasized, this wasn't in the earlier trainings, this might have started maybe about 2017, 18. They made it a point that if a person came in and they were homeless,
Here we go.
we had to really work hard to letting them vote without an
Why?
address.
How do you know they're in a precinct?
Because then it would be
And the way we know
discriminatory.
is you ask them, well, where do you usually sleep?
What the fuck?
So if they say they sleep under such and such a bridge, if that bridge is in your precinct, then they can vote in your precinct.
Wow.
If they sleep somewhere that's in your precinct, then they can vote in your precinct. Bro.
That's not in the manual.
Wow.
Rule.
What do you select for homeless people?
That's crazy.
That's it. Goes on.
Okay, I'm gonna stop there. If you guys want to listen to this one, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. You should be able to click that. But I'm gonna switch to the Nick Shirley video. This one is a little bit shorter. I think it should be very interesting. Confronting California politicians behind the Stop Nick Shirley Act. I feel like this one is gonna be very entertaining. Let's see how it is.
Conflict of interest with you being the AG's wife. And do you think there's any conflict of interest with you being...
They're gonna be like, no comment. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. YouTube changed something about how they serve videos. Breaking my program that downloads Ven's videos to clip. I'll have to figure out a workaround. Might be a bit before new clips. Oh, that's so annoying. I don't know why they do that. But I feel like they're always messing with things. Whenever you get a good system figured out, these platforms mess it up.
The AG's wife here?
You're doing such a good job, you're making their life miserable, and they're trying to figure out a way to stop you.
Exactly.
Wow, you have a lot of them.
Well, I mean,
how many of them do you have?
There's public reports.
Right now, they're passing the bill AB 2624.
This is new. This one is 6 hours old. It came out today. This is the new one.
AKA
unless this is from like before, but it was just uploaded today.
Stop Nick Shirley Act. This bill was made by
It's
Mia
the
Bonta.
Clipper.
She's an assemblywoman who also happens to be the wife of the Attorney General Rob Bonta here inside the state of California. So meanwhile, you have the Attorney General who's supposed to go after the fraudsters, but his wife is currently making bills that would make it harder for fraudsters to get exposed, and it would actually penalize those that go out and search and expose the fraud. AB 2624, aka the Stop Nick Shirley Act.
So this is like what I was saying before. Like, what do you do when you have a system where the laws are being used in these wormy ways to create chaos in your country and to undermine the essence of what the system is supposed to be? Because going after them within the law feels like it's not possible. Like, unless we're going to charge them with treason. Like, would this be this feels like this has to be an executive branch, like, martial law situation. This is crazy, which, I mean, I think there's a moral call to do that, to be honest. I don't think it's going to happen, but how can you go on like this? Like, this is not like a debate about the way things should work from two reasonable actors or in good faith. This is one side that is literally trying to destroy the system with the system itself. You know? Like, I don't understand how you're supposed to just keep trying to like use the judges who are corrupt and do things the right way, like within the system that they have control over, because they manipulate the system to do this.
Is made to protect immigration support service providers. But what is an immigration support service provider? Well, an immigration support service provider includes, but is not limited to, nonprofit offices, DOJ recognized entities, community legal clinics, law offices, accredited representative sites, and healthcare facilities that provide services to immigrants, whether it be illegal or...
Democracy has one flawed underlying assumption that those who keep up the foundations of the system do so in good faith. Yeah, well, no, that's exactly right. So when that's true, when people are generally in good faith, when the powers are generally in good faith, then fine, it can work this way. But when that's not the case and the system is being manipulated as intended, then you have to come down with a heavy hand. Like that, like I'm just thinking about the same thing of like in a classroom. Like if you make rules that kids are supposed to follow in a certain way, and then the kids find a way to undermine those rules from within, you have to change the rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to come down with a heavy hand, or else you have absolute chaos. If you just keep resorting back to like, well, that's the rule I said. I did say they can't run in the classroom. I said they can't run in the classroom. So what are they doing? They're doing somersaults. But I said they can't run, and technically they're not running. Like, you're going to have to change the rule. You're going to have to go outside of whatever system you created. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just an on-the-ground reality of human behavior.
A legal immigrant, your tax dollars are funding these entities. So therefore, let's say you go out and you expose...
I'm honestly soured on democracy. I mean, I'm super soured on democracy, especially when with who we give the right to vote to. Like, people do not have an actual stake. People are retarded. People are disconnected. They don't have a connection to responsibility, or they don't even have they don't even pay taxes, or they're totally disconnected to what it's like to be out in the world, or to manage a piece of property, or to hold down a job, or you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just so many people that vote that have absolutely no real world connection to the implications of their decisions at the ballot. Like, how could that possibly work out beneficially for society?
A Leering center inside of your community. Well, if that Leering center gives you a piece of paper and says, hey, you cannot publish that video, therefore you cannot publish the video, that is a direct violation of the First Amendment. And then let's also say that immigration support service provider claims reasonable fear. Well, then you potentially will get a $4,000 fine, and you'll actually have to pay for the legal fees of the person who's suing you.
Like, I literally want Trump to come in and be like, uh-oh, Spaghetti-O, you undermined our country. You undermined our election systems and our laws. So oopsie daisies, we're going to do whatever we have to do to take you out. And sure, maybe we'll return back to how things were ahead of that, but we're going to pull you out of your positions. We're going to charge you with treason. We're going to put you on televised trials. Like, this is not going to end until something like that happens, or else I guess it just collapses in on itself.
Therefore, investigative journalists, citizens in general, will actually be de-incentivized to go after and expose fraud. Now we have a few announcements. Number one, here on August 26th, we're gonna be doing a rally here in front of the Capitol here in Sacramento, and I want you all here on August 26th. I'll be providing more information on that as well on my other socials as we get up to that date. And then number two, we have the new Califradia Republic t-shirts and hoodies that are available on my website right now at antifraudclub.com if you want to support our work, and these are actually pretty dope. So go ahead and get one at antifraudclub.com. And now today we're going to be confronting Mia Bonta and the senators that are going to be now voting on this bill as it heads its way to Gavin Newsom's office.
Okay, sorry, this wolf has to pee. I'll be right back. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll give you music. Okay, bye. I'll be right back.
Year of the retort. Year of the retort. It's the year It's the year of the retort. It's the year. It's the year of the retort. Now let's level the floor. If we're talking about the truth, then let's settle the score. Nice to meet you, I'm the voice that checks receipts. Not every loud opinion means the argument's complete. Followers don't measure character, likes don't prove a case. The loudest voice online can still be out of place. You call it just for fun, then why defend it every day? If it's only entertainment, why so much left to say? You say nobody cares, yet you hit post again. Watching every comment roll from stranger to friend. If the internet's a circus, then we're all in the tent. But truth isn't determined by engagement or intent. If the facts are on your side, then they don't fear the light. If your point is really solid, it'll stand up in the fight. No need for smoke and mirrors, no need to douse the heat. Let the evidence be louder than the rhythm or the beat. This is the year of the retort, not the year of the hate. We're judging every statement by the truth, not by debate. No idols, no villains, no crowns to defend. If the facts don't support it, then the story has to bend. Butter on the popcorn, everybody watching close. Truth don't need a costume or a carefully planned pose. Public conversation shouldn't fear an honest test. If the claims are really solid, they'll survive with all the rest. Not every critic jealous, not every question spite. Sometimes people simply want the record set alright. You can joke, you can troll, you can laugh until you're blue, but humor doesn't magically make every statement true. If Tartarus comes up, let's get history correct. Greek myth calls it an abyss with punishment and death. Learning isn't weakness, admitting isn't shame. Getting one thing wrong won't define your own. And no need to build a straw man just to knock it to the ground. Real discussion happens when the facts are all around. If we're speaking to an audience, let's raise the standard high. Don't replace the evidence with another catchy line. I don't need another enemy to make another song. I'd rather build a bridge that's been forever proven wrong. Accountability isn't censorship or fear. It's saying here's the evidence. Let's make the picture clear. This is the year of the retort, where the truth can take the stage. Not another endless cycle feeding algorithm rage. If we're gonna make a statement, let it stand when tested through. Not because it sounds impressive, but because it's actually true. Butter on the popcorn, let the comments overflow. The truth can handle questions, that's the way that people grow. No matter who's speaking, no matter who's begun, I'd rather chase the truth than just be right for fun.
Hold the line, boys, ring the bell. Down where the old stone stories dwell. Clang that chain and strike that drum.
The wolf of freedom
Has finally come. Dum 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 dum.
Kick to the stone and boot to the ground. Smoke in the sky and the bells ring loud. They drew a little circle and called it free.
Venatrix laughed, not enough for me. The Alamo burned in the midnight glow. Tyrant ghouls came crawling low. Black coats, dead eyes, rotten pride. Then purple thunder split the night. Remember
Oh no, did I miss the Wolf of Freedom part? That's my favorite part. I'm headbanging. Hello, I'm back. And wasn't that such a quick bathroom break? Aren't you proud of me? Aren't you proud of me? Usually I take much longer to take my little break and rest my voice, but look how lickety split fast I was. You're welcome. Well, gym time again. Y'all have a fun stream. Bye, Teddy Grizz. Have fun working out. Have a very, very good lift. Ha ha ha. You get what I did there. Wolfoo of freedom. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Anyhow, we're going to watch this, and then depending on what time it is, I think I'm also going to try to get maybe a shader in Destiny real quick. We'll see if we can do that, though. Okay, let's watch.
This. How's it going, Miyabanta? How you doing? What made you create AB 2624, aka the Stop Mix?
Wait, so I'm guessing it's just like a matter of public access that he's allowed to do this? Because, like, if they could have it their way, he would not be allowed in here.
That people are calling. And do you think there's any conflict of interest with you being the AG's wife here, creating a bill that would make it harder to expose fraud here inside the state of California?
The beautiful thing about California
Yep.
is that we actually don't support misinformation.
Oh,
to my knowledge, there's
God.
absolutely no bill that is being considered by this legislature called whatever you reference.
That's what they do too. That's what liars fucking do. You say something, they're like, actually, that's the entire intention and meaning behind what I'm saying, but it's not actually called that. That's not actually the word that it uses. It's the most bad faith kind of angle ever. And if you're arguing with somebody that's doing that, then they're in bad faith and not to be taken seriously.
Yes, it's the official title is AB 2624, but after people read it and saw what it included, it'd make exposing fraud and make it harder, especially in immigration support service providers.
The other beautiful thing about California
Oh my
is
Jesus.
that the American public, the California public, is actually aware when they're receiving misinformation.
This isn't misinformation. I have it right here.
as you are offering right now.
And Mia Bonta.
And that is my stance. Thank you so much.
And you actually just removed evidence 1070 from the bill on the last amendment, which actually takes away any protection that a journalist would have to expose fraud inside Immigration Support Service fraud.
That's how you want to roll.
It's right here on screen. I put it on the paper.
And your public. But unfortunately, it is not what the actual bill does. Thank you so much.
It actually is.
Okay, bro.
And right here, we have it on paper. They removed evidence code 1070, which is the only thing that would protect a journalist here inside the state of California. And if Mia Bonta really believed in her bill, she would be able to actually have a conversation about it.
True.
Mia Bonta, we finally got her. We were looking for her.
For your
and she
side.
literally ran away. And she couldn't answer any questions, and she would not even discuss the bill that she created. And now let's go and confront the senators that are going to be voting on this bill. Yeah, Senator Jesse, on the AB 2624, aka the Stop Nick Shirley Act, your own committee
It would have been funny if she ran
had
into that
analysis saying that
pole.
there's First Amendment concerns, yet you voted to pass it. Why'd you do that? Senator Jesse, any answers? We're just asking you a question on behalf of the people here.
Nope.
Any response, or why would you pass a bill and support a bill that you literally, your own committee, said flagged First Amendment
nothing
concerns?
to say.
Senator Jesse, come on now. People are going to be wondering why you're not answering any of these questions. I'm citing your own committee. Anything?
Imagine being such a turd.
All right. Have a good day. These guys don't even know what they're voting for. That's what it looks like.
You know what would be super funny? If I cosplayed as my character and went to where fraud was happening like this and showed up in my purple wolf girl looking like I'm at a convention, but I'm actually there to undermine their corruption. That would actually be such a funny thing.
On July 30th, his own committee said this bill, referring to AB 2624, the Stop Nick Shirley Act, has the same First Amendment concerns as its reproductive health care counterpart. And yet, he's going to go vote yes on it. How's it going, Sadie?
Get out of the way, please.
Sadie. Assemblywoman
Get out of the way,
Sadie.
please.
We're just asking her some questions about the bill she co-authored. Assemblywoman Sadie.
I feel like it would confuse them. They'd be like, she has purple hair and she might kind of look like a furry, so maybe she's a leftist. We should just answer her questions.
Assemblywoman Sadie. We're just talking to our people that are representing us here in California. Assemblywoman Sadie. Assemblywoman Sadie, we just wanted to thank you for protecting the fraudsters.
I am not opposed. I don't know about that level, but I'm definitely not opposed to doing like dressing up as like just like my model and going to a convention. If I got big enough that was something people wanted, I probably would be open to doing that. I probably would have to get it custom made, but really just like the head and the hair, well, a wig and the ears, not the head, purple contacts and a tail. That would actually be pretty easy, actually.
Supporting and co-authoring a bill.
We should all cosplay our characters. That would be great. That would actually be so funny.
That
I'd love to
violates
see
the
that
First
too.
Amendment. Goodbye, Assemblywoman Sadie. Senator Archuleta, we just want to know how you're going to vote on AB 2624, aka the Stop Nick Shirley Act.
We're going to keep looking at it.
What do you think about it?
Maybe you should find someplace else to be.
Why?
Why are you mad,
This bill is
bro? Why are
going to
you
affect
so
a lot of
mad?
Americans and people here in California that pay for a lot of these immigration support service providers.
Why are you
We
so
want to talk to
mad?
our senator.
He's not your senator.
Why not?
Keep going, buddy.
Can we just ask you a quick question?
Who said that?
He said you're not our senator.
No, who is that? Somebody in general.
Gotta do the IRL face when they give gaslighting answers. Exactly.
Public. I am the senator for the
man.
state of California,
Exactly.
the 30th Senate District.
Exactly.
We got to get inside.
Hey, why are you so mad? So we're
And
just
chair coming from the top rope with a steel chair.
trying to talk to the
Not
representatives.
bad at all. Have a great day.
Word has gotten out
Love
that I'm
it.
here, and that's why all these people are coming
That'd
out with
be
these
so
random
funny.
security people. These are not real security guards
Pin that for the future. I'll put it on my list.
that are coming through with them. They're just grabbing people before they head out, and they're saying, hey, make sure Nick Shirley does not get to talk to the senator. Oh, look, we have another senator coming right now. Okay,
Nick
but before
Shirley
we get
is
to the
such
senator,
a
I want to tell you the
scary
sponsor
VTuber.
of this video, and that is Opus Clip.
I love Opus
Clip is
Clip.
more than just an AI clipper.
Opus
They're
Clip,
actually
Opus
the
Clip.
fastest and most powerful
Opus
AI
Clip,
growth tool
Opus
for
Clip.
all
Oh,
creators.
maybe
For me
Opus Clip
personally,
should
just in the past 28 days, it's helped me get over
Opus Clip is
90
great.
million views and get over
It's true.
100,000 followers on a new Facebook page. It saved me so much time and quite frankly so much money. And Opus is so simple to use. All you do is you upload a YouTube video into Opus, and Opus will come out with tons
Chair
of
would be
viral
the steel
shorts
chair.
and videos for you to then post on all of your platforms.
love it.
From TikTok to Facebook to Instagram to YouTube Shorts, you name it. And what I use is a feature called their bulk schedule feature. I'll go ahead and select all the videos that Opus just made for my recent YouTube video, and then I'll go ahead and schedule those videos on all my platforms. Opus will even make the captions for me, and just came out through the power of
I can use it. I get
that 50% link in the description in front of me. As a co-author, what are you going to do about AB 2624?
Of course, why wouldn't I?
What makes you want to pass AB 2624?
What the heck is going on with this crew?
I believe in immigrant service providers.
And why should they be shielded from public?
Because people have been kidnapped off of our streets.
And who have been
We need
kidnapped?
to make sure that they are secure, safeguarded, not dogs.
The immigration support.
So I mentioned in somewhere in Discord that like part of my college before I decided to become a teacher was poli-sci, and I don't think anybody, well, I don't know, I don't think anybody that I know is like a politician, but I definitely know people that I knew went in to be like in these staffer type positions. And sometimes I watch these videos and I think that was their political persuasion, and I just think like, oh, like what are they doing now? Like imagine like being this person walking around looking like a real asshole alongside the politician, like, don't talk to us, we're afraid of a YouTuber, they spread misinformation. Like
service providers?
You gotta be a real
They've
like,
been kidnapped?
The people that
just
they
look like a fucking
You know this,
retard
you're not
to
brand
do that.
new. I know you're smarter than
Are you saying they've been kidnapped by ICE, the illegal migrants? Is that what you're referring to?
They've been kidnapped by ICE.
Who has been
They've
kidnapped by
kidnapped
ICE?
a federal
You know, that's a lie that the left pushes too, that people are getting kidnapped by ICE. But you do realize people that are getting taken by ICE are being investigated for either being illegal or not? Like, kidnapped? Are we just going to start saying people that get arrested for murder are getting kidnapped by the police? The fuck?
Administration that has been antagonistic towards people that are working hard in our community.
And so should it be criminal?
But they're here illegally. You know, the left thinks that if they're just illegal, that's not worth locking them up over, that just being illegal here. But they didn't commit any crimes. But they already committed a crime. They came here illegally. What do you mean?
Criminal for a journalist to go and
called an
expose a
arrest.
location that might be committing fraud.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because this is what this bill is going to try to do.
Who are you referring to?
This bill, AB 2624.
This is not about that. This is
A, B,
about
C,
immigrants.
D, dumb.
Exactly. And you guys are trying to shield people from looking into them. Lena Gonzalez, the senator co-author of the Stop Nick Shirley Act,
Yes.
AB 2624, says that immigrants have been kidnapped. That's why they're creating
Not
this
just
bill.
a crime, a
But the
felony.
bill is for immigration support service providers.
I don't want to say you're making their life miserable, but
But Essence, don't you know people aren't illegal? There's no border. Why do we need borders for? We're all humans. We can hold hands and sing kumbaya until one fucking group decides to come in and be violent and rape a bunch of young girls. We can just all be friends. We don't need borders.
you're doing such a good job, you're making their life miserable, and they're trying to figure out a way to stop you.
And do you think here in California they use immigrant communities to commit the fraud?
I think people use immigrant
100%.
communities to commit fraud on several occasions. You've exposed a lot of that stuff. There was daycare facilities you've exposed.
They also love
And it doesn't
astrology.
just happen in immigrant communities, it happens in other communities as well. And you're doing a great job, and you just keep up the good work.
Awesome. Why won't some of these assemblymen or the senators, they're just running away from us?
They're afraid of you.
They are.
And how are you going to vote on AB 2624?
I'm going to be a big fat no.
How's it going, Senator?
Literally the only respectable
Good.
person
Can we ask
here,
you a quick question?
That woman.
I'm a little late, man.
How are you going to, oh, we can walk with you. How are you going to vote on AB 2624?
I've not reviewed it yet.
What do you think about
So-
it? I can give you a little breakdown on it.
I got to take a look through, man.
All right.
I got to
Why
go.
does he keep
It's
touching his
essentially
shoulder? At
making
least he's being
it
friendly.
illegal to expose fraud
He
inside
4
immigration
times,
support service
5
communities.
times.
You think that's a good thing?
6
Besides
times.
being here, I got a lot of other...
He says he doesn't know about it, but yet he'll be
Old
voting
buddy,
on it.
old pal. At least
Scott.
he's being friendly.
And how come you guys took away evidence code 1070 on AB 2624?
Have a good day, Nick.
Wait, why'd you take away? See, they
Wait,
just
was
run away
that
from you guys.
wiener? Was that the
well,
wiener?
it's essentially making it
Must be.
illegal to expose
got
fraud
lots of
inside
things.
immigration support service communities. You think that's a good thing?
With thanks
Who
for
is
being
the
here,
next
I got
guy?
a lot of other...
He says he doesn't know about it, but yet he'll be voting on it.
Scott Wiener, the
Scott.
wiener.
And how come you guys took away evidence code 1070 on AB 2624?
Have a good day, Nick.
Wait,
why
was
did-
that the guy with the scandal, or am I thinking of another guy? Was that the guy with the webcam scandal, or am I mistaken? Was that a different wiener? Is that an alternate wiener?
Take away. See, they just run away.
Pardon me, guys.
Another thing about AB 2624 is there's this thing called Evidence Code 1070. It's California's shield law. And after the pressure we put on that,
Anthony Weiner. Sorry, I didn't mean to slander Scott. Didn't mean to slander Scott Weiner. Sorry.
they then put it inside the bill.
The Weiner curse. I mean, I'd probably look into changing my last name if that was my last name.
Could continue to do their jobs when they go and cover immigration support service providers. Well, the last amendment they made, they hurry and literally just crossed it out.
Of course they did.
The Evidence Code 1070,
Too many
the California
wiener
Shield Law,
politicians.
stripped away any protection that it would give to a journalist for going and investigating potential fraud taking place inside an immigration support service provider. How are you going to vote on AB 2624, aka the Stop Nick Shirley Act?
Oh, are you kidding? It's against the Constitution.
Yes,
it's against free
thank
speech.
God.
The governor should be sending you a thank you letter. I did send you a thank you letter.
And why do you think here in California specifically they're trying to make it harder for people to expose fraud inside of immigration support service providers?
Maybe they're trying to hide their supporters for their campaigns. I have no idea. I'm not in their head. But it's insane that we're not prosecuting these people who are stealing. California doesn't have a revenue problem, it has a wasteful spending problem. You uncovered the wasteful spending in Minnesota. You came here in California, and I thank you for coming to California.
Sasha, you're a co-author of AB 2624. What makes you want to pass AB 2624?
Well, this is a bill that's really intended to...
You know what's crazy is that you can see the leftist ideology down to like the lowest level. Like if you're thinking about people that are into gentle parenting or like the whole bullying wave and like anti-bullying in schools and just how far that's gone beyond what is reasonable, because these are the same types of people, right? Like Nick Shirley points out the fraud, but they're not mad at the fraud. They're like, why is he pointing out fraud everywhere? All he does is go everywhere and point out fraud. How unreasonable of him. That's all he cares about doing. Like, that's their argument against him. But these are the same types of people where like a kid will do something bad to another child, and then the other child will be like, that's not cool, and like yell at them, and they'll be like, why are you yelling? Why are you yelling at that other kid who like did the sneaky little messed up thing in the first place? Like, it's all about them being wormy and getting away with shit by saying, that's not actually the language. That's not actually what it is. You're not actually a journalist. It's always going after the person who's exposing the bad thing and diverting the attention. And that's just how they live their life. It's just all consistent. It's all the same ideology all the way down the line. They want to keep their paychecks coming in too. Yeah, exactly.
To protect child care centers. I know you have concerns, and I've seen your post online that you're worried that it's targeting you, and I want to make very clear that this was not a piece of legislation intended to target you.
It was only created after I exposed widespread fraud
Literally.
inside communities here.
I think there's some more larger concerns about what's happening.
I'm sure that's what you tell yourself.
It's real.
The work you do is important, and it would be great if we could get you to focus on some key issues, Nick. I'll see ya.
Have a good one. I don't know about you guys, but I think our tax dollars being wasted, I think that's an important issue. Senator, how are you going to vote on AB 2624, aka the Stop Nick Shirley Act?
I'm voting no because I believe in transparency and accountability, and we need more of that in California.
Do a lot of these legislators know what they're voting and passing?
I don't think they do. If you were to actually sit down and think about how you're casting your vote, for me, the first thing I'm always asking is it going to make life more affordable for Californians? And the second thing, is it about transparency? Is it about accountability? And if it's not those three things, I'm not voting for it.
And it's kind of interesting how here in California,
Exactly.
when I go and speak with the legislators, lawmakers, and politicians inside of this building right here, the moment I ask them a question about what they're bringing about for the people of California, they start running. And as we were interviewing the last California politician, this happened, and just wait until we reveal who this man is. Mia Bonta, do you think her creating a bill that would make it basically illegal, give someone a $4,000 fine for looking into immigration support service providers?
Did you guys hear that Nick Shirley has a small penis allegedly?
Wow, that's so adult of you.
Did you hear about this? Nick Shirley allegedly has a small penis. Well, I don't know. This is what they're reporting. Have you seen this?
Well, the reports are wrong.
They're reporting. Well, we don't know. Prove me wrong.
No, I'm not. I don't do that.
Prove me wrong. It was good enough for Charlie Kirk. Prove me wrong.
You don't want to do that.
Well, if you consent.
I mean, we are in California. They do support pedophiles.
You just sound a little bit gay.
I think you're over 18.
Maybe you'd like to hear
so
that.
there are
or
news
see
reports
that.
happening that Nick Shirley has a small. Do you have any comment on Nick
Should've
Shirley's?
said it, you body
allegedly small.
Out here,
Alleged small.
It's risky for him to be out here. He could be banned or criminalized.
Exactly. I don't think there's having a small. Is that a criminal? Are you going to introduce that legislation, Assembly member?
Hey, sir,
to
well,
ban Nick
to look at
Shirley's
your penis,
allegedly
you'd have to
small
lift up your
penis.
fat to even look at it. So
I'm out,
you
guys.
should work on that before you let somebody else out there.
Thank you so much.
Didn't
I'm packing. I don't know what to say here on YouTube, but I'm doing just fine. That guy has to lift up the flab
What a
to literally look
fucking-
at his own. Wow, you have
What
a lot
a
of them.
loser.
Well, I
How many
mean,
of them do you have?
there's public reports, and
I
so
think that guy is
we're
projecting.
just. Hey,
Public
gentlemen, have you
report.
guys heard these public reports?
Hey, gentlemen,
Nick Shirley
I want to see this
allegedly has a
guy's
small.
pee.
There's an investigation
What
going
kind of
on.
voice
Like,
is
there you
that?
go. Thank you so much. There's an active investigation.
Look at all the
Citizen
ones here. Look
journalist.
at, show people how many you made. Show people how many you made. How many copies you
Citizen
made.
journalist doing citizen
I don't even
journalism.
have a camera here.
This
pal.
looks like we're in a movie.
No, I'm a citizen journalist. There's cameras everywhere. Have you been to America?
He sounds like
you're
a
using a flock
flamboyant
camera?
homosexual.
Well, I already beat you to the joke.
That's good. So, Nick, are you here to dispel any rumors? I mean, the people are saying, the people have a lot of words.
I wouldn't want to show you.
I didn't ask you to show me. I didn't ask you to show me.
I'm
anything.
doing just
I'm
fine. To see yours, you have to literally lift up a flab of fat to look at yours.
I don't know what you're talking about, Nick.
You literally had to go like this and tuck your tongue and look at your
Well,
own.
I appreciate. It's too bad that your shirt doesn't have a union bug on it, but I guess that's part of your brand. Does not having union bug also imply like small energy?
He started
is there a lot of
sucking in.
energy happening?
I do not have small energy. I think you do.
Yeah, I'm
It's a grown
picking up
man.
on a lot from this guy.
I'm not. There people aren't reporting on me having a small. Like I don't have any reports, but
I don't think anyone would ever make a report on you. Period.
I mean, I would look. I mean, it's all over the internet.
If you're so proud about who you are, say your first and last name.
My name is also Nick.
Say your first and last name.
See,
you're
this is
proud
not
who
about
you are.
me. It's about Nick Shirley.
It's
your
not
first and
about
last name.
you.
It's
Yeah, that's
about who you
right. Nick Shirley puts his whole
And
fucking
now,
life
who
out
is this
here with
man
his
that would
name.
come out
What
and put such a
fucking
false
loser.
statement on a paper to put all around Sacramento? Well, his
I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually rejected by gay men.
name's actually Terry, and Terry is the chief
Damn,
of staff
who
of the
even are
California
you?
State Assembly. So
Wow, what a fucking loser.
this man is the chief of staff of the entire Assembly of California, and this is what he's doing with his time.
What's up?
Hi.
Oh,
Can I get a photo?
oh yeah, you can get a photo. See, people love me. People don't know who you are.
That's fine.
Do you mind
Do
taking
you want
it?
a flyer?
Do you want to take the photo?
No, I'm gonna.
This is a beautiful
Oh,
lady right here, sir.
Thank you.
See, you are not being hostile.
Okay. You don't get to touch my things, sir.
Who has it now?
Steal my things. That actually is a crime. Law enforcement.
It was in our
that is a
photo.
crime. You can't.
Come on.
You can't steal my stuff, Nick.
Come on.
Thank you. You can't steal
Come
my
on.
stuff.
I'm making you work out so people can actually see your.
Oh my god.
I know because all the blood's flowing into your arms. It's not flowing into your incredibly, allegedly small. Nick, you don't
This
get to
is
touch that. It's not
ridiculous.
yours.
Hey, she wants
What
that.
are you gonna do about it?
What does that do for you?
What are you gonna do
Come
about
on,
it?
Nick. I'm not gonna touch your paper. Give me my stuff back, Nick. I don't want to involve law
Grown
enforcement
man.
in stealing my papers.
Oh, I'm so sorry about your face.
It's yours. And
How
now
is
that they
he
have
so
Prop 36
petty?
in California. Sergeant, I need my Sergeant.
Here, let's
Oh
get a
my
photo. You want your
God.
photo? Look at all of the papers this guy made. He's gonna put these all around Sacramento.
Nick shouldn't have taken
Look at
it,
this.
to be
Look
fair.
at this.
Yeah, I mean he shouldn't have grabbed it, but it's still funny.
Look
I'm
at
not
this.
complaining. I'm at the point where I'm like, you know, if they're on our side, like this is so ridiculous. I'm at the point where it's like, okay, well, who cares? Yeah, technically he shouldn't have, but whatever. We've got bigger fish to fry.
Because I don't need it.
nobody-
I need my paperwork, please, Nick. Nick,
I
what do you
need
feel
my
it means
pee-pee
to put
work, Nick. I need my pee-pee papers.
around and steal other people's items? Is it part of having an allegedly small penis that you feel the need to steal?
No, you just put it in my face, so I grabbed it. Look, you want to grab it back?
But no one's putting
You
a
want it
small
back?
penis. I do want it back, please.
I know he is. He
I
is
am
breathing
gonna call
cardio.
the sergeant.
Look at this guy.
I am gonna call law.
This dude comes out here. Call him. Call 911.
Stay safe, Nick.
This is California politics right here. Grown men coming out with papers, making.
I don't know what's happening. in
This is
California.
grown. This is California politics. This is hilarious. Oh, of course, I do it for people just like you. See, people love me.
The problem is how the First Amendment is being abused. You know what I'm saying? Like it's being abused to include things that it was never intended to include.
Stay safe.
I will.
Appreciate what
Like Hassan's threats, for example, and they say, "Oh, free speech." That's not free speech. That's incitement to violence.
you're doing.
Crazy dude right
Been
there.
watching all your shit.
No way he gets in a Tesla. No way. No way you get in a Tesla.
The guy is technically harassing. Yeah, didn't he put the papers in his face?
He probably doesn't like Elon Musk. Look at him.
Probably not. He's handicapped. Of course he's handicapped. Everybody knew that. He didn't need a sticker to show us.
Absolute clown. He likes fraudsters.
California right now is voting on AB 26, 24,
aka the Stop Nick Shirley Act. Now they're going to go ahead and vote, and there are 30 Democrats and 10 Republicans here inside the California Senate, and there needs to be 21 votes to get this bill passed. Let's see what happens. We got 4 ayes and 1 no so far. Uh-oh, not looking good. We got 7 yeses, 1 no. All right, we got 1 more no. Oh no. We got 30 yes votes and 10 no votes. AB 2624, aka the Stop Nick Shirley Act, has passed here inside the California Senate. They want to make it harder for those to expose fraud to be able to go out and expose fraud. They're actually going to penalize you if you go out and do it. They're going to protect immigration support service providers over legal taxpayers here inside the United States. That's how twisted this bill is right now. And the wife of the Attorney General is the one who created this bill. We are officially
how is that
in
allowed?
the Califradia Republic. I'll do everything I can to make sure this bill can get passed. On August 26th, we'll be inside the state capitol in Sacramento at 11 a.m. First ever rally that I've ever participated in. Come and show up. And if you want to support the work, go ahead and get a Califradia Republic t-shirt or hoodie in the link in my description. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Nick Shirley is looking chattier. He's being molded by the darkness of the world. I mean, don't they say men reach their peak at like 30 to 35, that they look more masculine? I feel like a lot of guys look young when they're in their 20s, but then as they get older, they start to get more like gruff features that are attractive. Okay, hang on. Let me switch this for a second. I want to just look for something. Hold on. Hold up, wait a minute. What is this crap? SCOTUS can put an emergency stay on the bill. Yeah, I really wish that he would do that. That would be great. I feel like we need that. Hang on a sec. I just want to look for something real quick in my other tab, in my YouTubes. And then, sorry, my voice is a wee bit tired. Oh, okay. Okay, I was, this is funny. I was thinking of playing Destiny, but to be completely transparent, I think I'm a little bit sleepy and I'm going to switch to something else instead. But we're going to end stream with with an entertaining video, and then we'll pick up Destiny another time, so don't you worry. We'll be on our way to get a purple shader or something. But I think this will be a more lighthearted and entertaining one. Okay, Florida cops face off against angry gator. I would not want to have that job as a cop. I'd be like, can somebody else do that?
Cover him up. Yeah, cover him up.
Not like that big of one.
Cover his face first.
Don't they have like better tools for that? Hold on. Hold on. I'm just trying to be better about updating my stream title. He's mad.
It's pissed.
He said, listen, bro, I'm not showing you my ID, okay?
I'm happy. The problem is the wind is blowing in. No. Do you have your...
The Communist Act really needs to be reinstated. It's in place right now, just gutted by the courts and no longer enforced. Yes, I've heard that. We need to bring back enforcing it.
Control blanket? That big wool blanket? Yeah. Grab that. Here,
that little guy is small enough. One person could wrangle it without much problem. I wouldn't be willing to lose a finger.
Throw this on my truck.
Maybe they should get him a little treat.
I never caught one this big. Once you're on him, we'll be fine.
On him?
You gotta go. Once you get his face covered, it'll be easy. It'd be really easy if we can get a catch pole.
Is this in your job description?
Natural element.
You gotta take your vest and your shirt off.
Should I? Throw me that stick.
Here, Gator,
Don't
Gator,
piss him
Gator.
off. We're about to-
Yeah, why would he do
The best
that?
thing you can do is get him to fire out.
Yeah, wear them out.
He used to wrangle and kill them for eats with my uncle. I have a very interesting visual of your character design doing that as it's like in the swamps.
You guys called? Oh no.
Oh no.
What is that?
It's in a blanket.
The big wool one.
Oh
This
my
is what they
God.
gave me. Joey, don't you do this for a living?
Hey, we do this for fun.
This doesn't look fun.
The wind's blowing.
This looks not great.
I want to give him.
Oh my God. It seems like they're just pissing him off more. Tactical animal trapping blanket.
What you need me to do?
We're just trying to cover his head up. And then Kyle's gonna jump on him.
He's mad. He said I was just going for a walk, and now you're making me feel bad. Oh my God, they're getting way too close. That's wild.
Back off.
That's
Hold on,
wild.
let me get my gloves
Don't
on.
we need
I'm
like
with
animal control or something?
you, Kyle. I've always wanted to do
Can they
this.
tase it?
That tail is
Do we have to say yeehaw? I'm jacked up.
They're
I've never
having
done
way
this.
too
I'm
much
from
fun
New York.
with this.
Let's
I'm
go,
from New
baby.
York.
tape.
You have duct tape?
He just wants to do it. What is wrong with men?
Duct tape?
We just have to tape that mouth.
I mean, I guess that's what we like about them, but that's kind of crazy.
You just jump on like
Just
that,
for
right?
fun.
The water right out there?
There's no
Scales mean tasing it would not work. Oh,
water here.
it's a
The
conquest.
closest water is that, and I'm sure they don't want it there. He might
Bucket
be over the
list.
threshold. We can call FWC and they'll come pick him up. It's got to be 5 foot. Perfect. That'll work. Yeah, that'll work.
Where do you want me, Kyle?
What is
So,
that?
what we're going to do, when I go, basically everybody else just hold him down.
Okay, so he doesn't roll.
You want to grab the back of the head and I'll try to pin the mouth?
I feel
Yeah.
like they need
I
more
went for my
equipment for
Florida man
this.
credentials.
He's
This
getting
is making
pissed.
me nervous.
He knows I'm coming. He knows you're here too. This is what I live for.
I wonder if I can use the blanket to wrap his head a little bit.
He's probably
Average
gonna
man,
crash,
look at
huh?
this video and
You
say
want
I could have
another
already
blanket or
solved
no?
this. Yeah, I'm
Olivia
seeing that
doesn't
from the
have one yet.
comments.
Let's get another
This is
big
very
thick
strange
blanket.
to my
I'm gonna try
female
get this
mind.
edge underneath his jaw.
But I mean, I'd
Maybe
be
we
like, I
can
guess
get
I have to
lucky
call the
here.
police.
Yeah, calm down. Nope.
Why the heck would he calm down? He's gonna chomp your stick.
When they're that small,
Yeah.
you don't want back in that corner.
He
do
wants
you?
to chomp you.
Kyle, grab his tail.
You're annoying. He's gonna swing around. Oh my God! The caution is justified. One mistaking you paid your price. Well, I feel like they need more caution. This is making me nervous.
Do we have to call Fish and Wildlife?
We are Fish and Wildlife.
He's gonna keep going
No.
back. Yeah.
They're fish and wildlife, and this is. They don't have another way of getting. Is that true, or is he just saying that?
I got no reason to go forward.
Kyle, grab that tail and just yeet him out of there.
What are you
Ooh,
talking about?
that might be a good spot.
Because then he can't turn on you, right?
Yes, he can.
Yeah, back him up, Pope. I'll
I feel
back
like
up a
we're
little bit.
needing
Back
a
him up.
better.
The reason why I wanted the wool blanket is because it's heavier. It'll actually do
This
what I'm
seems
trying
like
to
a
get it to
real
do.
bad
This is so
idea.
light, it just blows in the breeze.
Olivia bringers too.
I hate this. It's making me feel anxious.
He's in a bad spot. That's not a good spot. Go calm down.
Bro.
I want to do that one time.
We need duct tape. What was that, medical tape?
Tape. You can use
What do
like
you mean?
Scotch tape down here.
Oh, okay.
They need one of those animal catching poles. That's what I'm thinking with a noose on the end. Exactly.
Girl, what do you keep jumping for? Just keep doing that. I'll get tired.
Because she's a girl, obviously.
Oh no, you're so big and bad.
Imagine this is on your ring camera. Just
I
outside
need
your
that
house.
heavier blanket.
Do you have another blanket?
Come give it a shot. No! How many people do I have to ask for a wool blanket? It's literally supposed to be in your car.
That's what they gave us.
And you got a baton?
Oh, right here.
I think Jim can take it. Wait, I gotta show my best friend.
Can we stop taking pictures and get a wool blanket from somewhere, please? There we go. All right, hold on.
Okay, I don't understand how that fixes it though. Can he just swing around anyhow? He's swishing around. What is the end goal here? I'm waiting with bated breath. I don't understand.
Anywhere?
No, that's what they give us.
They're just annoying.
Hang on, we're gonna pull the blanket
Annoying
down on the
him.
side. It's about to come up.
Tiring him out. Yeah, that's fair.
There's a bigger wool blanket that they used to give out. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's all they give out nowadays.
Let's try it again. His head's right here. Yep.
Are they gonna wrap him up or something though?
He can't bite you through the blanket, Kyle. He's getting tired.
I feel like he could bite you through the blanket.
Oh, that was a quick turn. All right, I'm gonna yank him out. You ready?
Yeah. You gotta do it fast. Just do it fast. He's gonna whip back.
Oh my
Grab the
gosh. He could whip back and eat his ankle. What the heck?
He's loading up?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's loading up right now.
Too much wind.
Here, do you want to get him out here?
Yeah.
I got him.
I don't like this.
All right, that's good.
I don't like this at all. He's tired. Jump him.
If you can...
See? He's gonna eat your foot.
Damn.
Throw that,
Shields is a little scared.
I'm not scared. I'm jacked up. If they were scared, I'd be scared. Now, if he chases me, I'm gonna be scared. Ain't gonna chase you.
Can you shoot it? Not that you want to kill it unless you need to, but I guess that'd probably be hard.
This blanket's too light.
And you keep
Yeah, I
saying
know.
that, bro.
You're so big and bad.
Somebody to hand it to us when we're ready.
You want one of these sticks?
He's probably gonna whip one more time.
Nope.
Shields, you want
Will you stop?
Now it's
I'm gonna get him off the
police
blanket.
firearms now. This is ridiculous.
I got a heavier blanket. The residents gave it to us.
That's amazing.
They said we could keep it.
As long as it's heavier, yes, it's much heavier. There we go. That's a heavier blanket. That's not
Oh yeah. Jump on his back. I'm gonna give it to them.
I'm so nervous. I can lift his jaw up again and then grab it. So, because when you have both the bottom and the top is when you have the most control.
A
When
good
he
whack
grabs
with
it,
a
though, you've
shovel
got to
might
pin
help.
his body. I'm picking his tail up so he can't use his tail.
I'm jumping on him?
That's
Do not
the
get bit,
strat.
please.
No, I don't. We'll do that.
Okay.
Keep the tail.
It's all right. He can't see still. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Okay, but he could still get your foot.
You could low-key wrap that around his jaw.
That's what I'm trying to do.
How though? Why does
Back it
this
up.
feel like when I wrap my dog up in a blanket? And she does not like it.
Be careful.
Damn, dude. Cooperate with me, my
He's
guy.
the smart guy.
He's getting tired. Hang on.
What the hell? How is he so confident to do that? That was so... He's mad. He said, fuck, fuck the police. That's what he said.
Very easily.
He said, fuck the police.
have duct tape. Duct tape.
Well, we got him now. It's okay.
Oh, it's like coming right off though.
Don't make me move my hands. So you only need 15 pounds of pressure to close a gator's jaw.
Oh, really?
This guy's also about Yeah, 6 years old. They
Can
grow.
you stop taping my thumb? That's his nose right here. This is where he breathes.
Okay. Gators grow about a foot every year that they're alive for the first 8 years, and then after that, they grow an inch or two a year. So the real big gators you see, they're 40, 50, 60 years old. That's perfect. Yeah. Here.
Oh.
We'll take pictures here in a minute.
Man,
eyeballs.
this night
We'll relocate
sucks.
him to one of the.
I know.
He's kind of cute now that he can't kill you.
Give him one more good rep. All right. Cool.
That was great, guys.
Yeah.
That's a little anxious.
No, his mouth is
Gators
closed.
can love.
He's done. He can thrash around all he wants.
Drag him by his tail. We're gonna pull him right back here, and then we'll go to the
Maybe
cage.
not carry
Put
him like a
back over his
dog.
face. Calm him down.
If we need to tape his arms,
It's like we're handcuffing it.
you're not under arrest. You're just being detained.
Like his hand.
All the way underneath. Oh, okay. Oh God, he is being
I can give him a little
10,
cute.
15 to the nearest lake.
Wait, he's sliding right here.
It's okay.
See?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Guys, clear the hallway! Clear the hallway!
He's the
Sorry to give
worst
it
day
back to you like
ever.
this. We tried to handcuff him, it didn't work.
He said, this is so embarrassing. Wait until my gator friends hear about this. He said the
he's good now.
indecency.
Pull his mouth, Tony.
He knows
Somebody
his
here should have put
rights.
him for the IQ.
He said, I can't breathe.
As the officers get ready to take a group picture, the gator realizes he's camera shy.
Dave down. I got it. Dave down.
He said, you
The
guys
officers
are
transport the
mocking
gator
me.
to a nearby body of water and get ready to release him.
Once the tape's off, you're gonna get off. I'm gonna let go.
Go ahead and get off. We got him. All right, on the count of 3.
Hold on, I don't have anywhere to go.
You want to get over here with me?
Really anxious.
Damn, nice on 3, bud.
Sorry. He was rolling, or he was freaking rolling.
I want him to go in the water. Tap his tail. Yeah, he's pissed.
He said, I am
He's
so
not
done
very
with you
happy.
people.
Yeah. Go on.
Nani, it's Benny. Hello, DJ.
Come on. Come on, Bubba. Come on. Yeah, there you go.
DJ, do you prefer to go by Nathaniel? Because I've just been
Well, this is
calling
the
you
nearest body of
DJ.
water to where we found him. Keep
Probably
going.
where it came from.
Keep going.
There you
Yeah.
Bye, Gator. Bye, Gator, bye.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice and
Yeah,
healthy and
fuck you
gone.
too.
Seems secure.
The gator was charged with reptilian curiosity and subsequently sentenced to a safe, healthy life in the waters of Florida.
Reptilian
See you later, alligator.
curiosity.
I know somebody's watching this probably wondering where's FWC. Well, Fish and Wildlife generally
Applause.
considers an alligator a nuisance if it's at least 4 feet long and believed to pose a threat to people, pets, or property. This one was about 5.5 feet long, and he decided an apartment hallway was apparently a good place to be. From the way
Was
these officers
wrong.
are talking to each other, at least a couple of them sound pretty comfortable dealing with gators. Now, a catch pole would have made this a whole lot easier
Yeah,
because
I
it
feel
lets
like
you
they
secure
should
the
have one
animal
of
while
those.
keeping some distance, but they appear to not have one. So now it's
Yeah.
blankets, teamwork, and a little bit of patience and hoping that this gator cooperates. Now, truthfully, I've actually filmed some of my parts for these videos in places where alligators are pretty common. And I can tell you straight up, after everything I've
Scary.
dealt with during my police career, I can tell you right now, I'd take a person in handcuffs over wrestling a gator any day.
Yeah, yeah. True story. Okie dokie. Well, this is great. This is the most I've ever. What is
President
playing right
Trump
now?
once again
The
loomed
fuck?
over the primary
What the
elections
fuck?
as voters on
This
both
is the-
sides responded.
Close all. Turn it down. Turn it down. This is the most I've ever streamed in my whole entire wolf girl life. I don't even know who I am this week, but it's going well and I love it and it's great. And thank you for showing up, even though Rumble Studio took shit to bed and then the stream was a little bit scuffed, but it still worked out and it was okay, and we heard the news and we saw Gator get captured and it was a great time. And thank you guys for being here, and thank you for the channel memberships and everything else. And okay, I'll see you guys on Friday for the collab stream with Keone and with Elias playing Pal World, and it's going to be so much fun. Okay, I'll see you guys Friday. We'll be back on Rumble Studio. We'll be having a great time. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for being here. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for voting in our non-rigged election and showing your voter ID. Okay, see you Friday. Have a great rest of your evening or night or morning or wherever you are. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Every breath feels heavy when the truth is treated like a crime. Living honest in a world that forces you to toe the line. They twist the words, they sell the fear. They keep the masses blind. But deep inside the fire's growing, and it's burning through my mind. To rebellion, and the rebellion calls my name. Sick of the poison, sick of the chains they wrap around our souls. We've carried this way too long. Now we're ready to let it go. We're coming to life, turning the tide in this crusade for truth. We're coming to life. Shuppies rise together.